Hello there, Ray here. Welcome to our lovely live stream this Friday. Last stream, we were working on the new raid farm, and 1.21.2 changed some stuff so that old raid farms are not going to work. That's why we're designing a new one. We got really far last stream, and hopefully we can kind of get all the little pieces working together. I'm guessing the full release of 1.21.2 is coming out this upcoming week, because they did put out a release candidate. Was it today? Might have been today. Meaning that if they don't find any bugs, come out the full release. That's pretty exciting. The raid farm and then also the copper farm are two things that change. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on. Hopefully we can finish with the raid farm relatively fast so I can move on to the copper farm. We still got the pale oak tree farm that's, pretty much complete, but we got some final testing just to see if we can make some minor improvements upon it. But yeah, welcome everybody. While we get the stream going, check out my socials, which are on screen. See what I'm up to. If you haven't already signed up for the free Minecraft account, check out that YouTube video. We'll be announcing the Minecraft experience winners. But yeah, Twitch is going to run their schedule ads. Use this opportunity to grab some water, snacks, get up and stretch, use the restroom, or check out those videos. And I'll see you guys back in just a little bit. We'll get started on the build and I'll explain it to you guys all. Alrighty, welcome back everybody from those Twitch ads. Hopefully you guys took the opportunity to check out a video on how you get a free Minecraft account. If you guys don't want to watch ads, you guys can always support me as a Twitch sub. You get tons of cool perks, including no ads, which is really nice. So I'll run you guys down to what we actually got going on here. So they made some changes to raid farms. Oh, do we got a stream monitor that can write up a pin message? Oh, we got Jack here. Hey, how you doing? Let me give a quick load. Everybody joined in. McLovin says, what are you working on? New raid farm. If you're not exactly sure about the new raid changes, there's kind of two new raid changes coming out, upcoming 1.21.2 for Java, and one is raids can't spawn too far away from the village, meaning that we can't instant stack raids. We can still instant stack waves, but it's a little bit more complicated. So what we're designing here is just a simple farm that will go through the different waves. We still have the mechanic where you get the drink stuff. That's nothing new. And then the second thing is, I can't quite remember what the second thing is. I don't know, I can't remember. Maybe someone can tell me if they watch my videos. It's something minor, but something also impacts it. Welcome, random guy. We also got Acorn here. Of course, got Jack, our lovely helpful stream moderator. We got Mighty Mo, welcome in. We got a little cousin as well in here. Jack wrote a little message. Ray is working on his raid farm for the 1.21.2. Yeah, could you just say it's a new raid farm, as the old raid farm doesn't work anymore. And yeah, maybe just put a space between the raid and the word farm, and it looks pretty good there, Jack. What changes in this version? Like I said, you can check out my snapshot review videos. Just look back on the one that talks about the raid farm. Yeah, I can't think of exactly what the other change was, but I definitely know the one is how far the raiders will spawn in. I think the second change is also related to that. Oh, okay. The second change is, I can show you the second changes. It's this world here. They change how they place them in circles now. So no, there's no longer 3 rings. Is this a world? What world is this? Yeah, it's in this world. I still have to do a video about that raid farm. So much to do, so little time. But yeah, so this is now, these are the areas where the raiders can spawn in now. You can see there's a lot more than just 3 circles. And the most center circle is only a 4x4 instead of a 5x5. So hopefully that answers your guys' questions. Some technical things. I did notice that the instant wave stacking didn't actually work with these with the inner circle, but it worked with the outer circles, which is kind of strange. But we're not gonna be really dealing with the instant wave stacking. That'll be for like maybe more advanced raid farm that I'll probably work on in the future. So look forward to that. Right now I'm just trying to make a kind of simple version that people can understand and apply into their world. So hopefully that answers your guys' questions. If you understand raid farms a little bit. I think the direction in which the raid places in the raid farm. No, I actually don't think that changed. Anyways, we're designing a new raid farm for the upcoming update here. Check out this news. Oh, thank you. Is that the video that actually explains the changes? I'm not even sure. But thanks, Jack, for pinning that. So I'll show you guys how my raid farm actually works. So since villagers are only placed in raids, I guess it's technically not the villager. Okay, so since the raid starts, oh look at that, we got a free guy. Since the raid starts from a village, I put the village way down low. And because raids are only spawned so far away from a village vertically now, it used to be only horizontally, but now it's also vertically. So raid is based off of this workstation. It can only go up, I think, 96 meters, which makes it can only go up to here, where we actually have this little platform. And since this area is lower, this is 96 meters away, but this is higher, the raid actually won't spawn up here. It won't spawn on the surface. So I'm using this to restrict where the raid will spawn in. And that means you could actually build this without building it in the ocean. Raids also need to have direct sky access, so they won't spawn like in caves. Not like they did way back when they first introduced them. Hey, Naughty's in the chat. How you doing? You got all the cool emotes. Thanks everybody for hitting the follow button. We're getting close to 50,000 followers for Twitch, and we're getting close to 25,000 followers on TikTok. Appreciate everybody clicking those buttons. So yeah, so let me explain how it works. I can actually walk you through it. So the player will be like right here. We're gonna have some redstone, which is going to make sure we're holding the right sword. Redstone, which is going to activate that trapdoor there, and it's gonna drop the player down. Now, the reason why, well, actually, we're not dropping. We're getting pulled down by the bubble column. This is because we need to get down low. We need to get kind of close to the villager, because the villager can only accept our bad omen if we're like within 2 blocks of the, or 2 chunks of the villager. Okay, let me switch it back over again. So when we were down there, we actually were close enough to the villager to accept our bad omen. Even though it's timing down right now, we can actually be any amount of distance away now, and it'll immediately switch to the villager. So the villager actually got it, despite what it looks like. And so now the villager will get the raid. Currently it can't start the raid because I think maybe because these guys are already here. I might have to get rid of these guys. Make sure on hard difficulty, and we're still working on the farm, so we haven't got the redstone automate the process yet. But yeah, the main thing is we either have to send have a villager near us to accept the bad omen raid. Whoops. Or we have to or we could do like what we're doing here, where we have the player come close to the villager. Okay. So the raid will start. So we can see the bar from here. But there's another thing that I found out. I found out that if we can barely get the villagers or the raiders, if we barely get the raiders, you hear these spawned in. But yeah, if we can barely get the raiders outside of the raid, yet they're still in the raid, we can get the potions from them. So I think I can show this. So this is like another little trick. We're stacking a whole bunch of little tricks on top of each other. Make this possible. But yeah, we sit in here. We whack this armor stand, and this will hurt nearby mobs. Within 1 meter of the armor stand, or within, and also within 3 meters of our feet. Well, those two combine together, and that's how we're able to hit these guys, despite them being above us and a bit farther from us. So we had kind of squeeze a player in here in order for this to work. Yeah, so you can, so where I'm standing, you can actually see the raid bar, right? But notice the raiders, if the raiders are actually up here, the raiders can't actually see the raid bar because they're technically a little bit outside of the raid boundary. And this is because, if I stand up here, you can see we actually picked up some ominous potions. We're actually able to resupply our ominous potions. Even though normally you can't get ominous potions if there's a raid currently going on. So kind of a loophole I found for using that. I'm glad to hear you're doing fine there, Dottie. But yeah. So you might ask, what are we going to do about the Vex? Okay, so the Vex are one of the major problems with this new design. We can't easily avoid them. So, my solution to the Vex is to, what do they call this? Like base tank them. So essentially, like, you just take the damage from them. Also put in some boats, which will catch them. And once they're in the boat, they can't damage the player. It's usually about 2 hits to kill the evoker. So it only takes us 2 hits to kill the evoker. But after 1 hit, it can summon Vex. It could choose to summon Fangs. A little bit of iffiness there. But it can choose to summon Vex. And the Vex will come down, and they will, have a good chance of hitting us at least once. So to negate this, we are coming in with some armor. We also got some regen here. Strength to try to make it so we can 2-hit everything. We do got some resistance. We could put resistance 2 if we really want to. We might put in some better armor. We're still testing out the whole armor thing. You can see my health is low. Regen, I am taking hunger damage because if you did run this farm at hard difficulty, you would take hunger damage. But you can actually, over time, if I do tick, sprint, 60 seconds. Notice over time my health will actually generate up a little bit. Oh, okay, maybe it takes longer than that. But it should generate up a little bit over time. Even without, maybe, let me just run it one day. Hopefully it's regenerating, because the last time we tested it did. Don't look like it's doing anymore. This is just regen 1. Maybe, I don't know, what would it be called? Well, if that's the case, we might need to pay attention to this. We tested this before on hard difficulty. And it would slowly regen, like it would just regen a little bit faster, even without hunger. So they either changed something or I misunderstood our initial testing. Hmm. Yeah, I might look into this. Whenever you run into something weird like this, usually by looking into it, you might find something. Honeymo says, are you supposed to have no hunger? You're eventually going to lose hunger because every time the player, every time you whack, every time you like, I think it's actually when you hit something, like every time you use your sword to hit something, it takes a little bit of hunger away from you. So over time, if you ran this for, you know, hour, you would eventually run out of hunger. So rather than wait for that, I just initially start with no hunger to kind of show this. Yeah, I might look into the whole regen thing. That's kind of, I mean, I tested this before in the past, and I remember the regen would just barely help. Then we tested it again more recently, and then all of a sudden it was helping more, and now it seems like it's not helping as much. Hey, open! You could survive endlessly, yeah. Yeah, the whole idea is like, I was hoping the regen would regen me enough. Is it because of the witch's regen? Maybe the witch's regen is messing me up. Let me just go somewhere else. Oh, maybe it is the witch regen. This is why I look into stuff like this, is because... Oh no, okay, oh, I went to creative for a second, that's what I was feeling. But yeah, typically when you see something like this, I kind of look into it because this is how you normally find bugs. Like, it's easy just to overlook this, be like, yeah, blah blah blah. But you might miss out on something important. Okay, so it's not the witch. Open says, how you doing? I'm doing well. I'm excited to finish this up. Is there any other part that I missed about the raid farm? Does it make sense to you guys? I guess there's one other part, which is let me just finish it. The Ravagers do take more hits. And then they do have their passengers, which can be evokers. And those evokers those evokers, they can get notified of my location, and they will send Vex after me, even though they didn't get damaged themselves personally. We sort of tested that. We noticed in some scenarios they will do it, some they won't. We might look into that a little bit more. But yeah, so essentially it ends like this. We get our victory. And this is where the redstone part comes in. So we got some redstone here. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to detect when the Ravagers come in. When a new Ravager comes in, they'll touch this pressure plate here. And we have a counter, because we know that there's going to be 3 Ravagers, I think. Let me just pull up that page for you guys again. I'll move the TikTok chat over here so I can hopefully keep track of that. If you guys ask any questions, I'll try answering those. Okay. Raid. Okay, so we're in hard difficulty, so we know a a Ravager will spawn in. Oh, I missed this Ravager. Okay, so we're gonna have one Ravager here. So every time we get a Ravager, what happens is that the Ravagers are kind of big, and they end up touching this pressure plate. So they spawn here, but they're big enough that they touch the pressure plate, so they're gonna activate this. So we can detect when a Ravager wave comes through. So the first one's here. We have one wave, and then we have another one here, which is, or this one here, which is a Ravager plus a mob. We have another one here, another one here. We actually have 4. Good thing I've seen that. But yeah, then we have a counter over here. So we need to set this counter to 4. So let me just fix that. And what this does is it just lets the item go around a circle. So every time we get a Ravager, it's going to count it. And after we get through the 4th Ravager, then we activate this little timer, and it just waits until we kill the last Ravager. Oh, okay, Twitch doesn't run their schedule ad. Guys, use the opportunity to grab water, some snacks, skip and stretch, use the restroom, or check out my video. I'll see you guys in bed. And I guess I can illustrate this. Hopefully I can illustrate this. Every time I step across this, the Ravager. So the last time, it'll activate this. After it counts to 4, then it goes through this. This is going to turn on this light here. This light will eventually be hooked up to this trapdoor. So essentially what we're doing is we're trying to find a way to know when the raid is over. So it's like, how do you detect when the raid is over? Kind of a not an easy thing to detect, right? You could detect individual mobs. Well, we can't place anything inside of here, otherwise the raid won't spawn in. So this is how we do it. Okay, and I'll try to illustrate this. But let me make sure this thing works properly. Actually, let me just hook a button. I'll hook a button up to this for now. You want this trapdoor to flicker. Okay. That opens that and drops that down. I guess while they're still on an ad, let me put in some better armor. And let me fix my controller so you guys can see that. We can use thorns, but I don't think it really helps us. Depth Strider, Frostwalker. Okay, let's see if I actually freezing the water by doing this. Okay, so I have to push this button in survival. Turn on hitboxes. How did I get separated from the armor stand? Not sure. Okay, welcome back everybody. While the ad was running, I just put on some new armor, see if I can protect myself from Vex a little bit better. I switched out my boots. You can't have the ones that make you walk faster in water. Otherwise, they'll end up moving faster than the armor stand. And I haven't really explained the armor stand thing yet, but yeah, essentially what the armor stand's doing is just, it not only will let me reach the mobs above me and like I can hit all these mobs at once, but it also prevents me from drinking my potion. So if I right click, it tries to put my my sword or my potion into the armor stand, and because it's busy doing that, it can't actually drink the potion. It's when I always right click it, the first option is always try to place it into the armor stand. So I never end up drinking my potion. So you don't. The whole idea with the farm is that we can AFK. And I also turned on auto clicker too while we're waiting for you guys. But yeah, the whole idea is that we can AFK while still drinking our potion. That means we have to hit the auto clicker that's clicking like this. Plus, we also have to hold down the right click button, which you can't really see, but which I'm also doing. Now, sometimes the Evoker will summon a Vex, and sometimes it won't. So you won't always see it. If you guys have questions, how do you make that? How do I make what specifically? Oh, M-Tread Eddie coming in with 2 months worth of Prime sub. Thanks so much. That really means a lot. I also have the auto clicker clicking not quite half second because it might be some latency with the lag, like XP orbs, and you know if you're on a server you want to turn this down. But you can see I'm actually sweeping so fast that a lot of times the Evoker isn't able to summon effects, which is in her favor. But thank you so much, M-Tread. If you guys know if you have Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime, you know someone that has it, make sure to take advantage of that. You get a free sub each and every month. You just have to remember to manually renew it, just like M-Tread did there. But yeah, take advantage of that. It's a great way to support me for no extra cost. All through the Prime. So you see I did get some Vex, I did get some damage. I'll have to look into the regen thing, because that's kind of important for this method. Why? Okay, you can see the victory thing. So you can kind of see how it works. So now let me show you how the redstone part works. So yeah, so the way I designed the farm is I break a big problem into a bunch of smaller problems. I solve each of the smaller problems and then I connect them all together. So we're at the point where I'm connecting the pieces together. So I'm connecting the redstone with the part that actually drops me down. Yeah, if you guys have a question, make sure to specify exactly what you're asking about. So many specific details, it's hard to remember it all. Oh yeah, I can't remember them all, like all the basic stuff, like what mobs come in which raids. That's why I checked the Wikipedia. If we get in a region was a secondary effect. Only secondary effect you can't use level 2. Oh yeah, I can't use region 2, unfortunately. We could do something weird where we kill the witches, improve their potions, drop them on the player, something like that. But I was hoping to have to do that. I'm really gonna have to figure out why. Why do we notice like a regen helping us, but not anymore? Huh. And I didn't see anything about anything in the bug report about them changing that. But yeah, let me try the player dropping down thing, because that wasn't even working, oddly enough. The way it used to work. Okay, so release count 1.21.2. Hold right click. Okay, so somehow, how in the world did I get separated from this guy? Not sure how that happened. That's something. Oh, maybe because of the trapdoor. Oh, it wasn't permanently open for a long time. Anyways, yeah, I drink down here. It's, you notice it immediately switched from what's it called? Bad Omen. It switched from Bad Omen to Raid Omen because I'm within range. The last time I didn't have to be here. Last time even if I was far away, it still accepted it. So let me see what happens now. I'm at the top. Oh, it did work? Okay, well, we'll try it again. Hey, Endcraft, welcome in. Yeah, so there's a couple of things that I'm noticing. Let's go ahead and turn the auto clicker back on again. It's kind of nice. From this angle, you guys can kind of see how it works. Let me just switch out some of these blocks so maybe you can see a little bit better. That could be glass. Yeah, you guys see a little bit better now, right? So far, so good. We got some Vex. We might, okay, we can stop those fangs. There's some things we do to stop the fangs. We can also lift the boats up a little bit higher. The Vex are gonna come from above. If we can get the, see how they come down at me and then they get caught in the boat? I think we can lift the boats a little bit higher so that one Vex got through. These are just little things, you know. Just little things like you know notice while running it, and then you can tweak that, you know, works a little bit better. Cool, so we got victory. And let's make sure the counter thing's working now. Okay, so hopefully we'll synchronize the counter now, and then hopefully it will work in the future. We also have this thing where it's eventually gonna open this up and also wash all the items. So that's how we're gonna collect items in between rounds. So that's another thing we have to hook up. So a bunch of little things we gotta hook up, but if they all work together, they'll work great. Okay. Well, let's try the player dropping thing one more time. Okay, yeah, so we want to make the timer slower so that doesn't happen. And just remember, I'm holding right click the whole time. So I can't actually use the potion because the armor stand's here, but when the armor stand moves over here, then I can use the potion for a brief moment. And then that's how I drink one potion without drinking a whole bunch of potions. So that's the little trick to that. So let's see if this actually works. I mean, it worked in the previous streams, and it was working one time, but it wasn't working some other time. One, 0. Okay, it's working. Okay. Eat my noodles while I watch the raid farm work. You guys, this is why you want AFK farm, so you can eat your food and watch Minecraft work for you. Being suspicious too. I'm eating macaroni. But that does bring up a good point. We can't have the player eat any food because they already have both their hands being used up. So I can't regenerate by using food, which is one of the downsides. One of the challenges. Now, if there was a saturation potion, then we give ourselves saturation, stop taking hunger damage, and then we could regenerate that way. But there's only saturation stew, right? And we can't use the stew because we're already busy. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, we got some Vex. We're going to watch this lamp over on the left. Maybe we might be able to put thorns on our armor. We're going to watch the lamp on the left. So it's lit up right now. Which I don't think it's supposed to be lit up, is it? We're gonna have to stop those, okay. So the lamp wasn't supposed to light up until the very end. So let me just double check this. We got 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, so I somehow miscounted the Ravagers. Oh, the Vex can activate it. I just watched the Vex activate it. I was like, what the heck? Oh, dang. That is a bit of a problem. The Vex can activate it. Which kind of makes sense, because they're entities and they're flying around. We can't really stop them from touching it, though. I suppose, maybe even Fangs can activate it. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Okay, at least they can activate it. Use mods to feed yourself. I try to make my farms vanilla survival. That way everybody can use them. Thanks for the follow there, bell stand. A brother says, why does less people watch your streams and YouTube videos? Very technical, you'll see. These streams are very technical, and I don't always explain what's going on. You kind of have to just understand Minecraft. As much as I would like to explain everything, I just don't have the the vocal capacity to do so. Hey GT, how you doing? Okay, so we ran into another problem. The problem is Vex can activate this little trigger. And I was using this trigger to detect when the last raid spawns in based off of Ravagers, which are big. Is there some other way we could detect it? I didn't really want to use a skulk sensor. But now that I think about it, maybe a skulk sensor wouldn't even really work. Maybe, I mean, it could kind of work. Because skulk sensors can detect when mobs spawn in. As long as the mobs spawn in like every so often, we can have a cooldown. This essentially this is a big cooldown. So after the last raid spawns in, this cooldown eventually goes up and it goes to 0, and then this would open the trapdoor and let the player start the next raid. Yeah, it does sound like a cool mod, but like I said, not really helpful for two reasons. I'm already using my offhand, and I'm also trying to make this farm AFK for survival friendly. Hey Matthew, thanks for the drink up redemption. All that talking, make sure to drink. Yeah, I gotta remember my audience is like the general Minecraft player, so it's like I don't want to make any hurdles that are too difficult for players. They're like, guys, you can only use this farm if you download this, and this. It already needs an auto clicker, which, you know, there's a lot of different ways you can get auto clickers, but that's already a hurdle. Yeah, I mean, you don't need an auto clicker, but it just makes it AFK. Okay, is there any other way we could detect? Okay, so one thing we can do. Oh, well, maybe we can't. I was hoping like maybe. See, okay, this wave you get one Ravager, 2 Ravagers, right? This wave you at least get 2 Ravagers. Maybe what we could do is instead of having a normal pressure plate, maybe we can have these detecting ones. So if there's just one Ravager, it only puts off one signal, but if there's 2 Ravagers and it puts off a different signal, we'll try that. And then that will detect this round and it'll detect this round. And then it's possible it might detect. What did I do? No. It's possible it might detect this round if like a Vex hits it, like if there's a Ravager inside of it and a Vex hit at the same time. But hopefully, we'll see. This will make a power of 2. 1, 2, and then only if it gets this far will we repeat the power. We don't need this side. 1, 2, do that. And we'll do the similar thing on this side as well. 1, 2, and then we'll put a power there. And then we'll make this all hook up. We just all hook up together somehow. We might have to move this over. And we'll add another one over here. Okay, I might have got this working. Well, not quite right. Okay, this has to go over here now. Or no, this has to go. Over here. And we have to move this. One, two. Okay, I'll just do something like this. We'll compact it later. Okay. So now we want this to be a 2 counter. Whoops. Actually, can I just do this? Okay. Okay, I think it ends like this. Could just have a T flip-flop. We'll leave it like this for now. And hopefully this works. Protection. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you guys use that ad time. Get up and stretch. I was just fixing some of the redstone. I'll show you guys how it works now. We put in the new redstone. So hopefully once it counts 2 raiders, it will activate again. So let's go ahead and test it out. I also extended this timing, but it looks like we might need to change this a little bit. So we're holding right click. We come down here. The armor, depending on where our angle, we aim in such a way that we can use the potion. I somehow missed that. We might have to test out the timing a little bit more there. Let's see if the countdown works. Hey, Woodwarden. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, M-Tread, I might come in with the Skulk Sensor if I have to. It's just that I noticed when I made the Skulk Sensor video about how you make an AFK fish farm with the Skulk Sensor. I know people are like, oh, Skulk Sensor, that's not simple. Because I called the fish farm a simple fish farm. And to some people, getting a Skulk was not simple. So if I can avoid using a Skulk, I'm going to try to do that. But if nothing else works, I will come back and we'll throw in a Skulk. Oh, Woodward, how do you drive lesson? He goes, 8 driving lessons in and still not learned roundabouts. Dude, I was just in some really nasty roundabouts. The roundabout wasn't even a circle. The roundabout was like a S shape, no joke. The roundabout, like the little centerpiece, was an S shape. It was so complicated. I was just trying to turn into a gas station, and I literally had to go through the roundabout and pretty much do a U-turn, go back the same direction I wanted to, just to get into a gas station on the other side of the road. I know like roundabouts are like a European thing. Do Americans hate roundabouts? They are so annoying. They make no sense. This one town had like 7 of them in a row in their main street. It's like, who puts a roundabout in their main street? I just know whoever goes to that town is probably never going to go to that town again. It was just an unfriendly experience. JG says, pinched donut roundabouts are used to fit into weird spaces. I think it wasn't a weird space. It was literally just a main street. Like, it probably had a nice straight road to start with. But no, every little offshoot, they put a roundabout. It wasn't just like a normal little roundabout. It was a really big, long, S-shaped roundabout. So it was like half the struggle was just like trying to stay in your lane because you're going through this weird S shape. Okay, we also have to pay attention to this problem, which is the player can move in some areas and not be able to reach the armor stand. JC's a big fan of roundabouts and think we need more of them in the United States. Maybe for some areas. Oh, it looks like the thing is activating. Okay. Okay, well, it didn't quite kill the last round of villagers. But let's go ahead and kill those. Now I'm armor stand to kill him though. Come back here, armor stand. We need you. So was this the last round, or is it our last wave? Is there another one? Oh, there was a last wave. Okay, that means we just need to put in a longer timer here. Yeah, there's probably areas where roundabouts make sense, but to put them like right on your main street, like main street's a really popular driving spot, and people drive just straight down the main street, right? And to put them as if like the other offshoot roads are actually that important. The offshoot roads are not that important. Like a roundabout makes sense if there's like 2 roads that are equally used, right? If they intersect and they're equally used, then you put a roundabout because you can't decide which road is more important. But if one road is more important, that should be the main traffic. Everybody else should yield to it. Roundabouts near my college are really sharp turns where they have to indicate right, then change to indicate left instantly. The weird thing is with this roundabout, they literally had these huge billboards trying to explain the roundabout. The problem is you come so fast into the roundabout and there's so many other people, you don't have time to read that stinking sign. Like right there's a big sign that tries to explain, shows like a big weird S shape and where you're supposed to turn, and there's like 2 lanes within the roundabout. It's like, dude, no one's gonna understand that. No one's gonna stop and read that. You can't. The traffic moves way too fast. And then they had one of these big, huge roundabout signs right beside Interstate 2, trying to explain how to get onto the interstate from the roundabout. Oh my goodness, that was like the most easiest way to miss your stop. It was like there's a image of a circle with a whole bunch of arrows pointing off of it. It's like, okay, where am I on the arrow? It's like, because it's a circle, you can't tell exactly where you are. Like which, like if it's cardinal directions, you can kind of tell like, okay, I need to go east, west, north. But when it's a circle and there's just a bunch of offshoots and they're not even straight, you can't tell which way you're supposed to go. It was horrible. JD says there are so many times I come up the intersection, especially a 4-way stop, and I think it would be so much better as a roundabout. Yeah, I mean if there's room. A lot of these places don't have room for a roundabout. They're like little teeny towns that are made like hundreds of years ago. Side road getting in and out, that creates issues with people. Side roads getting in and out. And then when you get someone trying to turn left off the main road to mirror roads, you have to stop and back up traffic. That was my problem. I'm trying to go to like a gas station to my left, and the only way to get to the gas station, I can't just turn left and go to the gas station like you normally would. I had to go straight, like 1/8 of a mile, go into a roundabout that was like, and then I had to go turn around all the way around and then go back the opposite direction just to get to the. And this is like a little teeny rinky-dinky town. It's like, oh my goodness. You're always at the bottom of the circle on those signs. Oh, the sign was at a diagonal. The sign was like this. The sign was like this. And this is like north. This is like east, right? It's like the sign's like this. And you don't see the sign until you're like halfway through the roundabout. You're getting like through the roundabout, and then like I get here and it's like, this is how you get onto the big interstate. And it's like, wait, where am I in the sign? Like I see the interstate and I have to try to like, yeah, I mean, like you have to instantly be able to understand what's going on. And when traffic's moving fast, you can't do that. I mean, I understand like if you're local and you live in that town, right, it makes sense to you. But you gotta remember these people that come through these towns, no clue what's going on there. There's a roundabout city. It works. I mean, if UK wants to do it, go for it. Just it does not make much sense in the United States for these type of areas. Okay, so I added in more timing. What was the other problem? Oh yeah, the timer. I might put a little delay in here. Like I've seen where roundabouts make sense. But to think that they just go anywhere just doesn't make sense. Oh, okay, I need a target block here. What do you guys think about roundabouts? It's like one of those things, like if you get used to them, it's all good. Oh, okay, so somehow the armor stand got away from me. I'm gonna have to try to... I think I wasn't quite in it. Like that, get moved forward. I'm holding on right click, just see if I... UK 2, and there is like 7 on my normal lesson route. Yeah, in that case, you know, you definitely want to learn how they work because they're important to you. I've only ran to like, I only know like one roundabout that's within 200 miles of me, so I normally don't have problems with roundabouts because I never see them. Challenge for Ray. To drive in UK and drive around a roundabout. Doing UK, you guys drive from left side of the road, right? I couldn't do that. Emergency services don't like roundabouts? Really? I guess they can't really go fast. Like they purposely design them so you have to slow down, right? Thanks for the follow there, aim back. I guess I should check the counter, see if the counter was working. We got some Vex. Oh yeah, I heard about the how Sweden switched from left to right. That must have been crazy. Oh, the timer's still too short. I'm gonna have to fix that. Like roundabouts might be safer, but they don't make sense when there's one street that's used way more than the rest. Like you wouldn't put a roundabout right in the middle of a highway, would you? Like a super fast moving highway. That's essentially what they're doing. They're like, yeah, we just like roundabouts. We just stuck it right in the middle of the highway. Because who knows? You know, maybe somebody wants to join the highway. Yeah, I had a cousin that lived in the UK. And then when she came back to the United States, she found it really difficult to drive on the right-hand side. I think she was like over there for like 2 years or so. Maybe more. Italy, they drive on both sides. Do they really? The UK a few times, but never had the opportunity to drive there except for go-karts once. Huh. Dude, that's a good question. Are you go-kart tracks? do you drive your go-kart tracks differently in the UK? Taxi ride in Athens. That sounds cool. Like that, the roundabouts in that town are there to slow down traffic on the main street. Yeah, the thing is, like, it was such a horrible experience that I don't think people would. I think people would purposely not drive through that town. just because like they intentionally made the experience so bad that nobody would want to come again. Like if you try to slow down people on Main Street, there's other ways of doing it. Just restrict the road, make it smaller. But the way the whole roundabout thing, it wasn't even like a circle roundabout. It was like an S-shaped roundabout. It was super annoying. And then when I got out of it, you're like so confused at which way you came in. You're like, where's this thing that I'm trying to go to? I couldn't even find like the shop I was trying to get to. Okay, so we got, let me just check the timer thing, make sure it's working. Okay, that's how it ends. I placed second to last in my group driving go-kart. I claimed it was because they were on the wrong side. Nice. Busy junction of two major roads. You'd have to slip road with a roundabout at the top to help with flow of traffic, fewer traffic. Yeah, I understand if like there's two roads that intersect that are similar traffic. That makes sense. Driven in Crete, Greece, where they're pretty scary, but the drivers even scarier. But yeah, the roads in the United States are actually really nice compared to most countries, because like we have like a lot of room to make nice straight roads. But other countries is like, this road's been here for 1,000 years, we're not gonna move it. And the road's like. Okay, so I think we're ready to go. I'm gonna increase the time in this too. And I accidentally killed this boat somehow, so I had to make sure we don't Okay, I'm trying to think how I killed the boat. I'm not too sure. Okay. So this time I'm going to turn on the auto clicker. I'll show you guys how it works. So even though the auto clicker is whacking, I can still drink a potion. I'm holding right click at the same time. So you see I could drink a potion. Normally I'd only drink one, but to just aim a little bit better. Friend got 7 out of 92 on a math test. Isn't that like really bad? Like how would you even get that bad? You'd be like, wouldn't you have? You'd be like you're not even attending the math course at all. Think about it. They could have, like, if it was multiple choice, right? And 4 questions. If you just randomly chose a question, would you still get like a 25%? They would have done 3 times better if they just randomly guessed at questions. We can't hold the totem either. One of the downside compared to the other farm. Hey, Lost Silvers. How do you sports my side of the platform? They changed raids a little bit, so they only can spawn so far up vertically. So I use a trick where I'm just barely within range. So they'll spawn above me, but they can't spawn on the surface because I dug a hole. Hopefully that explains it. I'm off to Stockholm, Sweden next week. Wow, oh, that's cool. Usually driving past Mojang office. I'm there. Oh, that's cool. The old brewery building. Is that what it is? I see the building, you know, they show it once in a while. It doesn't look like anything special. I suppose they've just been in there. Okay, so once again, I still didn't quite finish. Wonder why that is. Maybe I should pay attention. I still didn't quite finish the way before. Oh. Oh, okay. Let's try to fix some of our redstone. This is like a little bit too janky. We also don't need this whole counter thing since we're only counting to 2. Hopefully we can just do this with the T flip-flop. I typically don't like compacting redstone because usually not too helpful. But anyways. Let's just come in with a hopper clock here. Now let's make sure to put this far away so we have plenty of room. Okay, welcome back everybody. So just switching out the timing. so that we have a hopper clock instead of a bunch of comparators. Let's see if this works. So I got you here to the trapdoor thing. So we have a Ravager, and then we have a second Ravager. It counts it. And then only after it's completed. Is that what I want? Not too sure. Let me try it again. The first time it goes back. Oh, every time it activates it? Wait, how? Oh, okay. Let me turn it this direction. So it stopped. Okay, open the trapdoor. We have our first Ravager, activates it. Nothing should happen. Or no, it does happen, okay. The next time nothing should happen. I think this will work. Let's just go ahead and try it. So the mechanics don't change much, just limited value and center of the village is the main thing. Yeah, those are two main things, and also the how far out they spawn them. By radius, yeah, because I haven't defined the village work. And they do. I think there's a different amount of temps to it. So it's possible of a village that matters. Yeah, position is where the raid starts. So I purposely stuck our villager way down in the ground. That way, the only way the raid can spawn is it just barely can spawn into our little thing up here. And these guys aren't actually being used. I was testing something, but it didn't work out. Well, let me run you guys down through the kind of whole thing. Okay, go down with the armor stand, turn auto clicker, hold right click, aim like kind of right around here. And mechanics change just enough silvers so that the old raid farms don't work. At least not the old stacking wave farms. Every time you stream unless you drink water, you take a sip, you probably either drown or rush off to pee every 5 minutes. No, actually, I do drink when it says so. I do grab our water, which I probably will do soon. Okay, let's see if the Vex hurt us too much. I think I also noticed that we fall outside the range of the beacon because the beacon only goes down 50 blocks, so we might have to move our beacon into the ground a little bit. But I'll eat my macaroni while we watch the raid go through. You know, I could choose to have the villager at the surface and then just put it in the water. When we get around to compacting it, we'll make that decision. I think I killed the boat again. I'll have to figure out how to stop that. Is it gonna drop me down? Okay, let me just check the redstone. Let's put a command block here that tells us, say, power. Well, let us know when it actually gets activated. Well, what's supposed to happen is we're supposed to get 2 Ravagers spawning at once, and they should both get detected. Actually, how about we just stand up here and watch it? And then when this thing ends, it should also power it. And that should actually flip the trapdoor, I think. Yep. Cool. To notice I have bad omen, but once they come in range of the villager, then it turns into raid omen. That's what starts actual raid. But we'll watch it from up here. Is it working? Yeah, it's coming in, okay. Okay, and then we can do /kill at entity type equals raiders. Then we should get another wave coming through pretty soon. There's the next one. And there's a total of 8 waves with our potion. Three. That's 4. Now we should get 1 Revenger. Notice how the Revenger spawned up a little bit higher and it touched that pressure plate. So hopefully this works in 2 more waves. Hey Tubbs! That was 5, this is 6. Now we should have our first double Revenger. If you do everything correctly, hopefully it works. Should activate the redstone. Oh, I see one problem already. Okay, so I did activate the redstone, which is good. I just noticed this redstone can't actually go off of this platform here, so let me just turn it this direction. That might have been one of our problems. Okay, yeah, so you see it activated. And then this is where we would be killing. We'd be killing the Ravagers right now. And hopefully we'd kill all these Ravagers by time that timer goes up. Let's say we kill the Ravagers. And timer should activate the redstone. And that's gonna drop us. I think this is the last wave, yeah. Okay. We might have fixed the problem. Might have been just that piece of glass there. Pub says that mustard has no calories. It probably has a very small amount of calories. So when it comes to the way they show calories, if it has like a really low amount of calories, they just show it as being 0. Which is kind of a cheaty way, but that's what's actually going on. So it has calories, but just a really small amount. Oh, okay, we gotta fix this. We can't have that. Let me change this over here. That's better. Okay, I think we're getting closer to what we want. You have to be careful because there's something like this. The Ravagers, actually, the Ravagers can't spawn in there because there's a piece of redstone there, right? Alrighty. So far, so good. I think we're ready to put this all together now. I can try to get rid of some of this other junk that we're not using. Is there anything else we want to try to tweak before we run it? We still need to figure out how to stop this boat from getting broken. Okay, so don't know how I did that. We got skeletons spawned in. That's funny. We're not using these other holes. We can fill these holes in. Okay. Oh, maybe I can use a gate here. Would gate be better? I think a gate might be better so we don't catch on anything. Not this direction, it has to be this direction. Alrighty. Is there anything else you want to tweak before we start this up? We can just start filling in these holes here. I don't think we really need all this. We do need to figure out how to do the water sweeping thing to collect items. We'll probably put it over here. Of course, it goes two directions. We'll see. Let's see if we want like a single collection. I mean, one. I don't know how much. This farm's not gonna produce very much per hour, so I don't think we really need a. We don't think about a bunch of items per hour kind of thing. We might be able to just use one hopper to collect everything. I guess I can even put the water over here. The water can't quite reach all the way around. We can have two water sources that push everything one direction. Okay, let's not worry about that for now. So we have a couple other problems. We have the boat which keeps breaking. Do I just break it just because it's like nearby or something, or because I'm getting pushed in that direction? I must think I'm like. Okay. It's something when I get really close to it somehow. We could probably fix this though. It must think it's breaking it somehow. Let me face away from it. Hey Jack, he says, how's the farm coming along, Ray? You're hitting the boat. I'm not actually technically hitting the boat, I'm hitting the armor stand. in the boat hitbox when you hit the close, try to look up while there. I'm actually hitting the armor stand all the time. The game just thinks I must be in the boat. I think it has to do which way I'm facing. Okay, it looks like I think the armor stand is just far enough away, or the boat's just far enough away that it doesn't think I'm hitting it. But it's a little bit weird that way. Armor stand can move around. Because what can happen is like the Vex can push you while you're hitting, and what this does is actually it will push the armor stand. It shouldn't kill the armor stand if we hit slow enough. Okay, Twitch is gonna run their scheduled ad in about 30 seconds. Guys, use the opportunity to grab some water, snack, get up and stretch, and use the restroom. I'm gonna grab some more water. While I do that, you guys can also check out my socials, which I'll put up on the screen, and I'll see you guys back in a bit. If you guys want to learn more about the raid changes, that is in the pinned message. I will be right back after grab some water, keep up with the bot. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, so I grabbed some more water, used the restroom, and I also grabbed some peaches. So I can snack on those. What were we testing? We're testing a few different things. We fixing the redstone. I think we're ready. Turn auto clicker on. Oh, how do we lose her? I don't know how we lost that. Hold down right click. Make a potion. Come over here. Okay, did not kill the boat. Good. And we'll go ahead and watch it. When the raid goes up, I guess you'll see it. Yeah, it pops up on the raid bar. So let's see if all the different things that we put together work as one now. I think we have 8 waves. I haven't been counting them, but must be up to 5 or so. Okay, let's see if it drops us now. We got a victory. It did drop us. It dropped us. But the door didn't stay open long enough. Let me just look into that. Okay, so this thing activates. Well, I guess we can put in our little timer down here. We'll compact the redstone later. I think I kind of aimed this direction. The aiming is what makes all the difference. You want to aim so that you can drink 1 potion, but you don't want to aim so that you can drink 2 potions or 0 potions. The angle is important. I'll turn this way just so you guys can watch it. We'll see what happens when the Vex come. I guess the worst one is the evoker that's riding on the Ravager. Okay, I think this might be our first Vex. We still have to figure out. Okay, we still got up the fangs. We gotta figure out what's going on with the regen. And we gotta look into the evokers. Let's see if they attack, even if they're a passenger. It looked like that one was already attacking before even seeing us. But anyways, victory. Whoops. Wrong button. Victory has completed. Let's see if it actually drops us. Okay, it drops us. It's still didn't give us enough time. So we might want a longer timer on that. We'll put in a longer timer down here. What else do I want to change? Did I say anything else? But yeah, I guess it kind of worked, right? The detect the 2 Ravengers. Yeah, I think it worked pretty good. Okay, so let's try to fix some of the other problems. What were the other problems? The regen thing. I might have to open up 2 Minecrafts. I might have to open up an old version of Minecraft to see if there's a difference. The boats are pretty good where they are. We'll eventually put in like more boats. We'll try to stack them close as possible and that sort of thing. Catch all the Vex. Maybe 2 boats. On at least 3 sides. We could probably try to put some here too. We could try to put these 2 boats really close. Okay, I have to be careful. The boats touch water, they can sink lower than what they... Oh, I see. I can't even get in there because... they're pushing me. Go forward! Okay, so I have to move back a little bit. I think this is the problem I ran into last time. Thanks for following, Crook. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really don't want to get bounced around like this. Let's try a little bit smaller. I guess it's only by half pixel, but it might make some difference. It could also help us keep us in the middle, too. What else we want? We eventually have to put in some water to wash the items. What happens when there is water here and here? Okay, yeah, it does move everything over to there. If we had like a hopper in there, it could work. Maybe we'll do something like that, because I think... oh, turtle eggs back here? Turtle eggs aren't the right size that I can think of. I have this world which shows all the block sizes. So we want something that was thinner than a chain, which means we have to choose from this column. And turtle egg is over here. Thicker. We want thinner. But good guess. Okay, so we got all that. We still need to figure out the region beacon thing. What is going on with that? A cocoa bean on the wall. Yeah, not quite what we want. Okay. Effect give regen. Affinity. Level 0. Well, maybe there's a discrepancy between the beacon and the regen effect. When you give it to yourself? What? Why would that be different though? This is regen level 1. Yeah, it's definitely acting differently. Okay. Effect clear. Let's give ourselves a bunch of seconds and 0. Effect give. Instant damage. Okay, just gonna lower my health a little bit so we can see it regenerating. Tick sprint. For full. Wait, does tick sprint not work? Oh. Tick sprint. You can see it's regenerating over time. There must just be a difference between the beacon. But why is that different than a beacon? Okay. This is all the information. Recipes take. Is there really elite amount of recipes? Or is that just how many I have? What? That is kind of strange. Exactly 1337, which is also known as elite. Well, let's check our data again. I just want to see what it says for effects. Okay, so we have no effects right now. Current impulse context reset grace time. Got some weird stuff. Give ourselves regen. Regeneration. There it is right there. Regeneration. Icon, yes. Active effects. Okay, so the amplifier is 99 for the night vision. And the short part goes duration. There's no amplifier for this regen. Maybe that's the difference. Okay, let's clear. Now let's put on our beacon. Okay. Our difficulty. Now. Resistance, duration, ambient. What does ambient mean? Ambient. That wasn't the same thing we had before, was it? Oh, it's called amplifier. So what's different with the ambient one? Okay, welcome back everybody. We're taking a look at trying to figure out what's the difference between giving us the regen effect and us getting it from the beacon. It should be the exact same effect, but one has this ambient tag. We need to figure out what this ambient tag is all about. Ambient tag. Effect. Oh my goodness. X Mega. Thanks so much for coming in with the Prime. Really helps me out. Welcome to the Gordy Gang as well. If you guys have Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime, you can be just like Mega there. You get a free Twitch sub each every month. You do have to manually renew it. Make sure to take advantage of that, as you will help me out by doing this. And it costs you nothing extra. Plus you get all the perks, which you can check out the link there in the chat, including access to our supporter server, which we're going to be starting a new season soon. So look forward to that challenge world. So we're looking into what's this ambient tags all about. So ambient, is that what it's spelled? Oh. Game no longer uses numeric values and storing mob effects in the world. That's 1.20.2. Change the following field. Integer, ambient. Okay, that's not actual difference. Is that the only time it pops up? Wow. What does this tag actually do? Oh, look at those icons. You guys remember those icons? Oh, I miss some of them. Okay, let's search for the word ambient. Ambient. I want ambient sound. Ambient. 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 Search page. That's all about sound. I'm about to get somebody that can tell me what does this ambient actually do? But I guess did we test it yet? We're in hard difficulty. Effect, give, hunger, aid. Wow, it's not really removing the hunger. Oh, did I do it wrong? 8. Oh, I know. I think I want to do 8 seconds at 88. Make it really powerful, but not last very long. There you go. Okay, so now I get this. Now give yourself instant damage, lower health, and now let's see what happened. Tick, sprint. Yeah, you see, it's not regenerating. They actually can tick sprint really fast in this world because there's nothing going on. So there's definitely a difference between giving us regen effect and the beacon effect. The only thing I can think about is this tag called ambient. It works to make a full beacon flat like this. It doesn't know that. The beacon's deep too. It's just like a normal beacon, except there's just extra blocks. You can see the beacon is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5. It's just like a normal beacon, except instead of being skimp on the blocks, it's just filled in the whole area. Just an easy way to test stuff. Yeah, okay, so we need to figure out what this ambient was. Okay, if I knew how to use the search engine properly. Minecraft. Any of you guys like search engine gurus? Minecraft ambient. Okay. Check ambient tag resistance. I'm just gonna search online for a potential problem. I guess while we're doing this, we can run the beacon farm. What happened to our button? Did I remove it? I must have. What are we standing on? Oh, I accidentally put a fence gate down there. Whoopsies. Yeah. Okay. Now I should start up. I don't want this to happen, so I might want to move that, because that could definitely make me make extra potions. Okay. And then I should be able to whack. There we go. Did I get moved over a little bit? Oh, okay. I was actually clicking on the... Okay, so I just have to make sure the boat don't push him around. So let's move these back just a little bit more. I think we might need a stair. Stair, yeah. I'll try stair. Yeah, that should work. I moved it back just a bit, like in maybe a pixel or something. If I get, yeah, the only problem is if I make survival mode over here, I get bumped around. Where the armor stand, armor stand really doesn't have this problem. Could use amethyst, make it a little bit smaller. We'll see. If we run into a problem, we'll use amethyst. Cluster, amethyst cluster. Cake. Cake isn't too hard to get. Yeah, the cocoa bean there is partially grown, and to get a partially grown cocoa bean in Minecraft isn't really easy to get. But yeah, the thing is, like, if I get pushed around, it's gonna delay me, and then I'm not gonna get synchronized with the armor stand. Oh no 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 no. Okay, so I looked up what that effect thing is. Here's a page talking about it. It's like more of a creative thing. I guess it doesn't really explain what the effect actually does. This is back in 2013, so it's over 10 years old. Okay, so this person guesses that the ambient tag is used to make sure that players are the only one that get the effect. I don't know if that's quite true, but kind of makes sense. Okay, so here's another article, kind of old. What does the ambient potion effect do? Provided by beacon, therefore should be less intrusive on the screen. Optionally, less intrusive on the screen, huh? For what I know, ambient makes particles more translucent. Okay. Okay, we might be getting closer to the answer, what we're looking for. I'm about to ask some people that are into the command side of Minecraft. We could check the bug report, because bug reports, sometimes they will point out things that aren't necessarily mentioned elsewhere. So we search ambient and we change this to grid, or was that right? Oh yeah, a list. Okay. Java. Might be in here. There's a lot, as you know, there's a lot of things that mention it, but we're looking for something very specific. All this is all about visual stuff. Oh my goodness. Warcam, thanks so much for coming in with the tier 1 sub. Really appreciate that. Get a bunch of cool perks along with it. Thanks for the follow. You check out all the perks in that there. Oh, I guess there's an ad running. Let me wait a little bit. Okay, ad finished. Yeah, thank you Warcam for that tier 1 sub. Really helps me out. Really appreciate the support. Make sure to take advantage of all the cool perks you get, like free modes, badges, special what do they call them? Special roles on Discord. You get access to special channels, get your name at the end of my YouTube videos, access to my challenge server world, no ads, a bunch of other cool perks. So we're looking at a raid farm. We just found potentially a bug where beacon effect is different than the regen effect. So give yourself regen and getting regen from beacon seem to be working differently. And the only thing I can see is maybe this ambient thing. Oh, that's a cool emote. The love emote. Oh, is that from yours? Oh, wow. What do you stream? Can I have like a ninja looking character profile? Oh, it said you've been on Twitch since 2016. Long time. Created. Can you use like negative in the search? I might just have to ask somebody. Feels like this is something that somebody would know. It might be kind of hard for me to find it on all these reports related to. Most of this related to visuals. Ooh. Well, I guess I could just make a report. I'll make a bug report, and then they'll probably see it, and then be able to figure out if it's a real one. Beacon region effect is slower than normal region effect. If you give yourself regen effect, it will kill the player faster. You give yourself, maybe the other way around. If you give yourself, if a beacon gives you regen effect, you'll heal the player slower than than normal regen effect. How to mimic? That's what they're wondering about. Don't anymore? Okay. You have a nice profile image there. I don't need that. How to replicate. The first one, give herself regen. Give yourself give yourself give yourself no. Remove all your hunger first, yeah. Go in. change game difficulty to hard. Give yourself what's it called? Hunger. Give yourself hunger effect until you have no hunger bars. Let your health drop below half. Then give yourself regen effect. Notice you will heal your health, heal your hearts. Oh, I guess it's your health. Your health over time. Compared to using a beacons compared to the regen that comes from a beacon, which is not the which is slower than the normal speed. Changing your hover, give yourself hunger effect. Your health drop lower. Then give your then build a regen beacon. Regen beacon near you. Notice you will not heal your health. Notice you will not heal your health over time. Okay. How long will you be online today? Probably not too much longer. I wonder how this compares to like regen through a potion. If a beacon gives you regen effect, it will heal the player slower than normal regen effect. Okay. Okay, we'll see. If maybe there's already a bug report on this. We'll see. If there is, hopefully they find it and they'll probably message me about it. Other than that, we fixed those problems. How annoying is this here? Might slow down the player. I guess we could just test it. It'd be kind of careful where you aim. Yeah, the aiming thing might be something to pay attention to. Because depending where the armor stand is, so that's what happens here. Oh, I guess I wasn't on the side. Let me try standing to the side. We might. We might want to have it so that the armor stands aligned or something. Okay, so you can see there was a problem there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but yeah, I got pushed around too much. So we're probably coming with the amethyst clusters. Let's make it slightly smaller. Let's move it back a little bit. Yeah. Okay, let's see how this is. Okay, yeah, I just get barely pushed over. Kind of like get bumped over. Oh, I think that'll work. We want the boats closed so that it picks up Vex, but not so close that they push my player around too much. Cool. I think the watch time, I think you have to check your, I think you have to check your whispers for that. Oh my god, Cursed Adam coming in with gifting out a total of 7 subs to the community. And a newest one just went out to Alien Doctor. Thank you so much for that support so much there, Cursed Adam. Really means a lot. And Alien Doctor, be sure to thank Cursed Adam for that lovely gifted sub. You get to access to all the goodies you see there. Oh, cool. So that's a victory happened. And I think it's gonna drop us after a little bit. Okay, there was a little bit of flickering, so we might have to deal with that. But other than that, I think it's working. Make some plant modifications. Awesome. Made it all the way around. Very cool. And then we'll try to get the redstone compacted down and stuff. But so far it's pretty minimalistic. Like I said, I can remove this whole like moving the player up and down thing. But we'll see, because this might be a little bit complicated compared to if you just build it in the water. Well, maybe I'll ask you guys what you guys think. If you think it's more complicated, like to have the water elevator part, compared to just having it in the water. I might make two versions, maybe give people options. Hey, betcha. But yeah, raid farm came along really nicely. Excited. This will be the new type of raid farm people have to build once 1.21.2 comes out. And I'll probably come up with some a little bit faster versions later on. Yeah, we've been streaming for 3 hours. There's some stuff I need to do. So we will find somebody to raid. In the meanwhile, make sure you guys are following me on all my socials. They're on screen. I do stream every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh no 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 no. Next stream will be this Saturday. (2 p.m. Eastern Time). I also stream Sunday. I think Sunday might be the last stream for the Warden World supporter server. But let's raid Tango Tech. You guys know Tango Tech. He's a long-time Minecraft YouTuber and streamer. He's been doing redstone technical Minecraft for a long time. He's actually doing some redstone on stream. It says testing and debugging his game. We'll drop him a follow or drop him a raid. Show him some love by dropping him a follow once we head over there. And next stream, we might be working on this. I think we might be working on this. Otherwise, we might be recording the video for the upcoming version, which we probably should do that too. Hey, Flip. The guy who builds this farm, yes, yeah, I build farms. Let's publish video on changes at copper farms and the snapshots finally. Nice. But yeah, let's head over to Tango Tech, show him some love as always. Oh yeah, I forgot the raid message. Copy the raid message you see in chat. Everybody copy the message, paste it into